Welcome, everyone, to this day of celebration. It's great to have all of you here to witness the union of Chris and Brandy as husband and wife before the universe. My name is Matt, and I'm very happy to serve as the minister today for Chris and Brandy and for all of their guests. When I met Brandy nearly 30 years ago, while working at the I Magazine in Wilmington, Delaware, who would have thought we would remain friends and sometimes frenemies this long? That friendship endured the new life Brandy made for herself when she moved to Chicago 10 years ago to become a professional runner and a wine producer. Brandy thrived in Chicago, finding lots of friends who shared the passion for fitness and fun. So, for all our new friends, thank you for taking her off our hands and helping her in her life. It was with that group of friends that Brandy was introduced to Chris here, a tall redhead from Brookfield who shared a love of running and who she, for some reason, thought was only 28 years old. That's just a age, but it seemed to hit off. So they dated and dated and dated. Eventually they moved in together, adopted a polar bear named Ralph, here with us today, and dated some more. And in that time, I got to meet Chris and become friends with him as well. And it's been great getting to know him over the past few years. And it was apparent to me, as we got to know each other, as I'm sure it's been to all of you here today, that they're meant for each other. And while it's taken us a while to get here, Brandy, remember when you said you'd hate me if I got married before you? I'm extremely happy to be here today to officiate the marriage of one of my oldest friends to one of my newest friends. Together we will share in the joys of their wedding, both with the outward celebration of this occasion and with an internal appreciation for the love that surrounds us. Chris and Brandy, you can build an amazing life together. You are blessed to share the experience with the loved ones gathered here around you, to support you as you embark on this journey together. Marriage is a magical gift. Think about it. There are 7.6 billion people on this planet. Yet despite those odds, a perfectly capable single person is able to find someone they're so compatible and in love with, and that person loves them back. Despite all the demands in their lives, they decide each other is the only person they need. They found the other person, their person, and that completes them. Ultimately, I found that marriage should make you feel part of something greater. Two pieces joining together to become a new whole with its own power and identity. Chris, imagine beer without hops and malted barley. Brandy, imagine running a race without a wine celebration. Or the rebellion without Han and Chewie. Or the hope of true love without Brenda and Dylan. Or Kelly and Dylan. Imagine your lives without each other. You can't, and that's why we're here today. May you all remember and cherish the ceremony, for on this day, with love, we will forever bind Chris and Brandy together. Marriage is more than a simple exchanging of rings or combining of material assets. Rather, it is an indescribably powerful shared commitment. While today I will legally bind you together, the truly important bonds we form today are largely invisible to this world, existing primarily in the unfilled corners of your hearts. Marriage is one of life's greatest gifts, and it's a blessing to make these promises with your soulmate. As you hold on to one another, you'll find deeper levels of joy, happiness, and peace together. Your marriage is the foundation upon which you will build the rest of your lives, and despite any adversity, will always be there to sustain you. Chris and Brandy, take a moment to sense the tremendous amount of love radiating throughout this space from your family and friends. As you stand here today before the universe, before those gathered here in your honor, and before one another, take note that after you speak your vows this day, your lives will never be the same. Marriage, regardless of any preconceived notions you might have, has the capacity to deepen and challenge and strengthen you and your relationship in ways that you never thought possible. The joy you'll find as you pursue your shared lives will fuel you to face head-on the challenges you'll encounter on this earth. On your journey together, keep your spouse in the highest priority in your heart. Learn to work together, to laugh together, and to love together. Don't get caught up in the worldly things that will draw you apart. Instead, focus on your shared devotion and turn inward. As your relationship strengthens, you'll find that you come to share a remarkable love, a love that is both abundantly given and freely accepted. Now, I'd like to call on Chris's aunt, Cheryl Delaney, for a reading.
Love must be sincere. Hate what is evil, cling to what is good. Be devoted to one another in love. Honor one another above yourselves. Never be lacking in zeal, but keep your spiritual fervor serving the Lord. Be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, faithful in prayer. Share with the Lord's people who are in need. Practice hospitality. Bless those who persecute you. Bless and do not curse. Rejoice with those who rejoice. Mourn with those who mourn. Live in harmony with one another.
Thank you. Next, friend of the bride and groom, Andrea Abel, will offer a few words.
You've known each other from the first glance of acquaintance in a crowded Chicago tavern to this point of commitment in front of your friends and family. At some point, you decided to marry. And for some of us, we know that Grady decided this much earlier, and years later, Chris proposed. From that moment of yes to this moment of yes, you've been making commitments in an informal way to each other. All of those conversations that were held in a car, or over a meal, or on the way to a long training run, all of those conversations that began with, when we're married, and continued with, I will, and you will, and we will. All of those late night talks that included someday, and somehow, and maybe, and all of those promises that are unspoken matters of the heart. All of those common things and more are the real process that goes into a wedding. The symbolic vows you're about to make to each other are a way of saying to one another, you know all of those things that I promised and hoped and dreamed? Well, I meant it, every single word. So I want you to look at each other and remember this moment in time. Before this moment, you've been many things to one another. Acquaintance, friend, companion, lover, running partner, even teacher. And for you have learned many things from one another over the past few years. Shortly, you'll say a few words that will take you across the threshold of life, and things between you will be never the same. For after today, you shall say to the world, this is my husband, and this is my wife.
Thank you. Chris and Brandy, you will now exchange vows as you declare your intent to wed one another. Chris, repeat after me. Brandy, today I take you to be my wife.
Brandy, today I take you to be my wife.
I join my life with yours.
Join my life with yours.
I promise to love and to honor you,
I promise to love and honor you,
to treasure you and to respect you,
to treasure you and respect you,
to walk with you side by side in joy and sorrow.
walk by you side by side in joy and sorrow.
I vow to be honest, caring, and truthful,
Proud to be honest, caring, and truthful.
to love you as you are and not as I want you to be,
To love you as you are, not as I want you.
and to grow old by your side as your love and best friend.
To grow old by your side as your best friend. Loving your best friend.
I give you my hand, my heart, and my love
Give you my hand, my heart, and my love
from this day forward.
from this day forward.
Brandy, please repeat after me. Chris, today I take you to be my husband. I join my life with yours. I promise to love you and to honor you, to treasure you and to respect you, to walk with you side by side in joy and sorrow. I vow to be honest, caring, and truthful, to love you as you are and not as I want you to be, and to grow old by your side as your love and best friend. I give you my hand, my heart, and my love from this day forward. Chris, do you take Brandy to live together in the union of marriage, to take her as your best friend and partner in life, to honor, cherish, and love her from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, for all of your days? Brandy, do you take Chris to live together in the union of marriage, to take him as your best friend and partner in life, to honor, cherish, and love him from the day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, for all your days? The wedding ring's circular shape reflects the unending power of love, a force with no beginning and no end. You should wear these rings proudly and let them remind you each day of your commitment to one another. I, Chris, give you, Brandy, this ring as a symbol of my love.
Chris, give you, Brandy, this ring as a symbol of my love.
As I place it on your finger,
As I place it on your finger,
I commit the whole of my heart and soul to you.
I commit the whole of my heart and soul to you.
I promise to cherish you for the rest of my days.
I promise to cherish you for the rest of my days.
I give you all that I am and accept all that you are.
Give you all that I am, accept all that you are.
Brandy, can you read it for me? I, Brandy, give you, Chris, this ring as a symbol of my love.
I, Brandy, give you, Chris, this ring as a symbol of my love.
As I place it on your finger,
As I place it on your finger,
I commit the whole of my heart and soul to you.
I commit the whole of my heart and soul to you.
I promise to cherish you for the rest of my days. I give you all that I am and accept all that you are. Family and friends, by the power vested in me by the Universal Life Church and by the state of Nevada, I am pleased to pronounce Chris and Brandy as husband and wife, sealed together today, both in law and in love. Brandy and Chris, you may kiss one another. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever, Mr. and Mrs. Chris and Brandy Cool.
Feet around.